Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know I said in the previous video that I was going to upload that, film this, upload this, as if it was going to happen that way, and it was all going to be done within like an hour. Obviously it did not happen. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, so not tonight, it's technically the next day, and I have to get up early to go take my my second COVID test for work. They're testing all of us again. They're testing all of us again tomorrow, so that's gonna be super fun. Love that for me. I just wanted to go through and get this done before I go to bed, so I don't have to worry about trying to figure it out in the morning. Obviously, I'm not sleeping with all these on here, so if I film this, get it done, even if I don't post it, I think I'm gonna try to post it, so I can just get these off my bed and then be done with it. We'll start from the front, work our way back. We have James Rollins, The Last Oracle. I really want to get the Judas strain, and there's a couple others by him I'd like to get, I think, if he's who I'm thinking about. But that looked really good. That was a Goodwill, I believe. Nora Roberts, Year One. This is the first in a trilogy, I think. And of Blood and Bone, I found in a couple places. I haven't purchased it, just because the third one is hard to find at a reasonable price. Well, at the places I've looked, I haven't looked super hard. But this was $2 or $3 at Dollar General, so I got that, and then I will eventually add on to that. This is one of those series that I have a feeling I'm going to keep on my shelves like forever and always, so I'm not in a huge rush to buy and read it. Stephen King, The Tommyknockers. This, I don't know, I mean, obviously, I was going to say I don't know if you can smell it. Obviously, you can't smell it, but oh my god, it smells so good, like old book, old library, I don't know. I guess some people might say that's probably mildew. I don't think that's what it is. Anyway, Stephen King, Tommyknockers. I got this from Better World Books. The Harder They Come was a Dollar Tree find. I hope it's been quiet. Everyone in this house is asleep. Oh, I love that. I hadn't seen that. But they're on the other end of the house, so hopefully I'm not bothering anybody. This was another Dollar General find for $2 or $3. I don't remember. I took the stickers off because stickers on the front cover irk me. I didn't take this one off because I had these nails and I don't want to mess them up. The Whisper Man. I actually started reading that a little bit. I want to get his other books also, but this, so far, all of the 2 chapters I've read are really good. 10th Girl. These are from Book Outlet. I've been eyeing this for a while and just finally got it. I held a couple earlier that were, I think it was Sorority was one, and then another one about some kind of like boarding school or prep school or college type of environment. I like to read all those in the same month. Darker Days Pact was another Dollar Tree find. It is part of a series, I think, or at least a duology. I don't know. I believe I ordered that book from Better World Books, and it's one of the 20 that are still on their way. Oh gosh, I started filming this and then I had to stop because my daughter walked in. But I had a sticky note that first time I started filming. I believe the first part of the haul was 77 books. This part is 48 books for a total of 125. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then I've got 20 more on the way from Better World Books. And then I'm done for a minute. Another Dollar Tree find. And this is another one. I bought the rest of the series, and that is on the way. That is these 2 books here. Excuse me. Eat and Conquered. I bought the first one, or is this the first one? This must be the second one. I bought the first one, which is a white cover, and I've hauled it already a while back with my with a Dollar Tree haul, and I found that on Book Outlet. Where to go next? We'll get these 3. I got from Better World Books to complete the series. I found one of them, yellow cover, but it was paperback at Dollar Tree a while back, and that looks good, so I got the rest of them. Super cheap. Crooked Kingdom, because I do have 6 of Crows. I love that. I love that the actual book is read too. Also from Better World Books. We'll set that aside. Grab these. The entire Castile Family series by V.C. Andrews. All of these were also from Better World Books. I love V.C. Andrews. She's an author, or he, them, they. It's like a it ended up being like a whole family. It's a long thing, but I'd like to collect all of their novels and just kind of have them forever. I started reading them way too young, and so they're kind of ingrained into my psyche at this point. This was a super great find. I found this entire series at Goodwill, and I believe they were also the color of the day, most of them, if not all of them. So it's red, black, white, and green by Ted Decker. And these look really good. But the reason I'm not reading some of these series that I've been getting and been super excited about is because I'm trying to read a lot of my standalones that I don't think I'll hold on to, so I can clear some room on my shelves. I can either donate them or sell them or give them one, you know, whatever the case may be, depending on what the book is and what options are available whenever that happens. So I can clear some room off my bookshelves, because they are double stacked, like 2 layers back, and that's, once I get these put up, that'll be 3 of these shelves, and then I've got 3 other shelves in my other bookcase that are all like that. But then the other part of me just wants to hoard them forever, because what if my kids eventually get into that and want to read all those books down the road? I might be a slight hoarder when it comes to books and or office supplies. All right, next series I'm super excited about, Boarded Man by Peter V. Brett. This is the first one. It's the only one I have in paperback. I was highly annoyed I couldn't find it for a decent price in hardcover, but I found this one at Goodwill. Yeah, so blue was the color of the day that day. So this was $1.25, and I was excited for that. I didn't realize exactly how big the series was. I just knew this was book 3. So we have Boarded Man, Desert Spear, Daylight War, Skull Throne, and Core. Now all of the rest of the series I got on Better World Books after finding this one at Goodwill. And then I also got this novella. I believe there's 2 or 3 more novellas that I would like to get, but they're not necessary to read and understand the series. But I still think I might want to wait until I get everything to read it. We'll see. I'm very impatient because it looks and sounds really good. All right, next, some of these. Oh god, I almost dropped one. Okay. Another Goodwill book, The Forever Queen. Beautiful Player. So I now own 3 of the Beautiful series. One of them's in storage, one I already hauled earlier. And this one, that's one I'd like to own all of them eventually. Fallen, I normally don't do this because I've read this series 2 or 3 times already from the library, but blue was the color of the day that day. I got most of these in the same Goodwill trip. And I really think my daughters will enjoy it eventually. I don't think they're old enough by any means to read it yet, but I'd also probably like to reread it another time or 2. So that's the first book, and I want to get the whole series eventually. Apocalypse Now, and then this has a sequel also. Again, I think primarily I got it because of the blue tag, and it looked, even if it looked a little bit interesting, I got it because it was half off. And I would like to get the other one before I try to read that. Touch of Power. This one sounded really cute, and I think it'll be a fairly quick read, so I might try that here after I finish Whisper Man, maybe. This is a Dollar Tree book. This is part of a series also. So there's at least 2 of them. Seeing Red. I have the other 2, I think. I know I got one of them a while back from Dollar Tree, I think. But I was sure I had another one of these with this set of stuff. It's somewhere. Anyway, I have this series now, I think. It's like a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. The Vincent Boys is some kind of series, but it's that same author. I hauled the like the Friday Night Lights looking books, 2 of them that a booktuber had recommended, and I happened to see this at Goodwill. Not the color of the day that day, but if I do like her other ones, eventually I'll complete that series, and then I'll probably look into this one as well. But I think you can read them as a standalone too. Let's get these 2 out of the way. Alright, literally only got this because it made me think of Lover of Mine by Five Sauce, which is one of my favorite bands of all time, forever and always. It doesn't even have the of, it's just Lover Mine. And there's like a million books in this series, so I might set it back with a couple of other thick, like, mass market paperbacks I've gotten that have longer series, and I may just set that back to collect and read down the line. This one, another Goodwill find. Oh, that was from Better World Books. This was from Goodwill. I loved the Vampire Diaries, though, the Vampire Academy series. And I also have the Glittering Court series now, I think. I have one of the books, and I've ordered, or I need to order the other two. Anyway, I love her as an author, and this sounded so good, but I was so mad when I looked it up, and it looks like she wrote a sequel and didn't ever put out the third book, which is frustrating. You know, I don't want to read it because I don't want to get caught up in it and then say the second book I find, once I read that, ends in like some kind of cliffhanger or something. I'm gonna be super pissed and slightly upset in like a sad kind of way. But yeah, we're almost through. Try not to show all these before I show them, if that makes any fucking sense. Alright, I got all of the Thirst series by Christopher Pike. There's 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. One of them I got from, I think it was Better World Books. I just got it to like make the order a certain amount or something. Was it Better World? I think it was. And then I got the rest from, or maybe it was Book Outlet, because this looks like brand new. I don't know. Anyway, I got one from one of those websites, and then I found the rest on Amazon super cheap because I wanted the series. I had never read it, even though I've done the clip saying Vampire Diaries and Vampire Academy. I never read that one. Go figure. Okay, almost through. Did I say that already? All of these were from Goodwill in the same trip, and I looked to make sure there weren't any more. Apparently this is a super long series too, but I have one book by this author already, and I got partway through it and enjoyed it, but it was right before we moved and I put it up, and I've got that on my shelves. And I've got these, and I think there's like at least 6 or 7 more. I think it's even more than that, but a whole series. But this was one of my favorite books and movies. I don't think it was this exact one, but like that kind of storyline. I loved watching The Tudors when that was on was it HBO, whatever channel that was. And I'm a fairly decent fan of historical fiction. I guess that's what this would be classified as. It's just been a long time since I've read it, and I feel like this would be a good way to get back into it. And lastly, I have the last, well, no, not the last 4, but I have 4 Artemis Fowl books. This one was from Goodwill. I have found, it was the, which ones do I have? The Eternity Code, and I think it was Opal Deception also. What was the red one? The Eternity Code and the Lost Colony I have found at Goodwill prior, and then I found this one at Goodwill, and I think this completes the first part of the series. I read this when I was a kid and loved it, never finished it. I believe there's like 3 or 4 more books after whatever the last one is now, but I've gotten the first one. I believe those other 2 that I mentioned earlier are the second and third, the Arctic Incident and the Opal Deception. And I know there's the Atlantis something and something else and maybe one more, but I'd like to collect this whole series. I'd like to reread it again, even though it's like very middle grade. I think it would bring back so many memories, and then I'm really hoping one of the kids eventually gets into it. Not a big deal if they don't. As I mentioned before, I recently bought my oldest a bunch of graphic novels, and she seems to be going that route, which is super cool. I believe they actually have graphic novels for this series, so who knows. But that's my 125 book haul, 125 plus if you want to include the 20 that are on their way from Better World Books, but I will of course haul those when they get here. It's primarily series finishers for the ones I mentioned before. So yeah, if you're watching this, if you came from the other video, thanks for watching that. Thank you for coming to this one. If you're not, you should go check out, or if you haven't come from that one, you should go check out that one. I can't talk. It's 1 something in the morning and I'm exhausted, so I'm sorry if it makes no fucking sense. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you're staying safe. Hope you're reading books, enjoying people talking about reading books, watching people buying books that they may or may not read. Whatever you're doing, I just hope you're staying safe and that you're happy and healthy and loved. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.